Yo, what is up? Woo! What is going on, good people? What is happening in the world today? It's been a lot. It's been an absolute lot. Yes, sir. And we still ticking. So as people are starting to get their notifications, hopefully, and get themselves in here, we'll wait a little patiently while people start showing up before we start giving out the news. The what? The news? The news? No, the news. Now, definitely hit the like button. Now, had this fresh cut for a minute, but thank you for noticing. Here we go. Now that everybody's hit the like button, I want to tell everybody to donate to the Cash App, Carcino, if you want to. Super Chat works. And my wireless controller is deactivated. What the hell? How the hell is it deactivated? That didn't make no sense. You keep flowing. Till I tell you to stop. Now, Kevin Hart and Katt Williams, this has been a top trending situation. And you might be asking yourself the question, why? Why is this such a top trending situation? And the reason that it is, it's very rare, but the only reason it is because of that interview is so explosive. Everybody who don't even know about Katt Williams and don't follow this situation is responding to it. And when you have that going, it's definitely going to cause waves. Each week, someone keeps hearing about the interview. Then Saturday Night Live just did the funniest skit they've done in years based on this Katt Williams and the interview with Shannon Sharp. When they redid that for Saturday Night Live, that shows you how big it is. Shannon Sharp, congratulations to you on your show, Club Shay Shay, which I've always liked the format and everything else. But more importantly, you have done something that many people rarely be able to do, is to go from your platform on YouTube and make it to world time, prime time news and Saturday Night Live in that fashion. It was so big, they had to pick it up. So congratulations to you on that. Now, we're not doing this to make fun or to pick on someone's career. A lot of people can't wait to bash Kevin Hart because they are so rooting for the underdog and believe that Katt's being done wrong in Hollywood, which he has, but to a degree, some of it was his own fault, own doing, rather. Now, whether you like it or not, the Katt Williams interview has been about 2-3 weeks now. It's got to be about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or something like that. And people still are talking about it. They're still talking. What makes it even worse very simple process. The process that makes this thing work is that when you drum up a frenzy and you see other people money is affected by what Katt Williams has said, or maybe it's just based because people just don't like a situation. That could happen too. But I said they to say this. When all of this controversy was that interview came out, both guys who are on Netflix, um, it's a situation where others don't seem to understand or get. But Kevin Hart had a movie coming out, and he used the platform to promote his movie when he made his first response back to Katt Williams about the situation in hand and in general, everything. So once that was done, it was obvious the only solution that he had in play, the only one, the only thing for him to do was to promote his movie and use that platform. A movie called Lift. Now, I can't tell you if Lift is good and bad because I haven't seen it yet. But what I can tell you is that the ratings are not good and the movie is falling fast off the list in the charts of anybody that's going to watch the film. Now, there could be a situation where people are losing their minds and, reacting in a certain way against the film because of the Katt Williams interview. I would take in back to actually say a lot of people have said it was sucked and they hadn't even seen the movie. But that was a bad time to have a night off. If you're Kevin Hart, is just bad. That's just bad time and bad luck. Because the movie just isn't performing well. Oh, Netflix are not in a position of trying to get rid of. They're not in a position of trying to get rid of Katt Williams. That'll be the dumbest thing they've ever done. Now, Netflix is in a business of making money. Anything personal to that, he never told people not to go support Lyft on Netflix. He never done any of those things. So Katt Williams in a good position. Kevin is not in a good position to say, look, I want you to block Katt Williams. I mean, he's not in that position right now. Right now, no. Right now, Katt Williams in demand. High. And we're going to get to that in 1 second. But what needs to be paid attention to here is something quite obvious. The main problem has always been the scenarios that play out behind scenes. But one thing that has remained a constant is people's actions. People's actions, all their ways and actions, have always made the difference. Who you are as a person and what you do and what you represent seems to matter. Oh, business relationships and everything. We've seen shows that wasn't funny get nominated for awards. We've seen programs that had nothing to do with anything get treated like it was the greatest accomplishment in the history of cinema. Whenever you have a brand new movie that you spent money on and you're getting beat out by films like John Wick 2. When you're losing to John Wick 2 and you're losing to non-new films that just surfaced on Netflix, that's not good. And Dumb Money is on Netflix now, so I recommend everyone check it out. That's something you're going to want to watch. That's the movie about GameStop and the stock that actually took place. Well, when people figure out what it is that they want to do in life, that's when it becomes interesting. Nah, Katt Williams never gotten in Kevin Hart's way where legally, he was very smart in what he was saying. But the people seeing Katt Williams' name is in high demand for the second and third week in a row, the Saturday Night Live skit got his name back trending. Kevin Hart is trying to distance himself from it, but by responding to it and keeping his name into the search engines, it just made it worse. So he was better off not saying anything. That whole NBA thing that he was scheduled to do to promote his movie Lift, the interview came out at the wrong time for Kevin Hart. Oh, it's clear. You saw his movies dropped like a sandbag. It's debuted at number one because that's what they promote. And they keep trying to get people to watch it and say, this is one of the top picks. You gotta support it. You gotta come out and get behind this movie. This is it. And I'm like, I like Kevin Hart movies, so I will get suggested the movies. But when The Heel comes out and surpasses you, Queen Pins is getting a lot of attention as people think it's a new film, but it isn't. It's been out since 2021, and Queen Pins is a very good movie. Tarzan is not a really good movie, but Tarzan is doing well. Meanwhile, Lift is running neck to neck with Escape Plan The Extractors. Kevin Hart's movie's been out for what, a week? And it has dropped to the fourth spot. And this is a movie that has paid marketing behind it. Not a good look. Super Mario Brothers is having good, replay value. Dumb Money is not doing successfully well on Netflix because a lot of people don't know what it is, but definitely check it out. That's some movie you would enjoy. Queen Pins is a very funny movie. Plus, it's a true movie, and it showed you could have made millions based on a true story. A woman scammed the whole world by using coupons and made herself a fortune. I mean, a fortune off of coupons. Now, oh yes, it's definitely going to surpass that. Joe Rogan knew it was going to surpass that. When I talked to the guy that he works for Club Shay Shay. He used to work at another podcast company. Now he's working over there with him. And now he was saying it was over 30 million. When I told y'all before, when it was like, man, I talked to him, he said it was over 30. I haven't really talked to him since then. I'm not here to, I don't condemn the movie or say it's good or bad. I haven't seen it. I haven't had the time. Not like I'm boycotting Kevin Hart. I haven't had the time. Thanks, Reggie. So you said it's good and you liked it. That's cool. I have no like or dislike. I have to see it, and I will watch Live. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it yet. But I'm just telling you what's happening out here in the actual climate. Now, that's what's happening to Kevin Hart. Oh, it's over 51 million. The numbers you see on YouTube is the numbers that's finally been calculated and put out. The actual, numbers that it actually is much higher. Sometimes once it gets to the end, the numbers almost are identical to the what they call real time views. The real time views is over 52 million, and that's just for the full interview. That doesn't even dictate the entire process of this. And this is what Kevin has done from an interview. I don't think there's anybody in the history of the world that has, from an interview, put themselves in evaluation of 8 figures or better based off an interview. He has deals that's in place right now that's going to keep him making so much money because people love toxicity. They love it. The more people that say they're against it, people love it. They love it. If you said, "Oh, Katt Williams has donated some money to the homeless and took care of these kids over here," they'd be, "Oh, that's nice." Did he diss somebody on the way? People love toxicity. That's why these people make fake beef to try to give it to you, like Gilbert Arenas on his talk show, based on his own words. He's running a reality TV show for sports with his podcast. That was his own words when he got interviewed by Stephen A. Smith. And that's why when I told y'all last year that the podcast sucked, this is why, because it wasn't real content. That's just to attract stupid people. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. So when the ratings drop for them, they start doing stupid stuff on the show. They start creating a fake beef, or you took my watch, or we're going to beef on the basketball court and we're going to settle. They want to keep something going to keep you, because the stupid people who don't want to see content, keep them on the hook. Now, for Katt, what Katt has going on, Katt has people that want to invest with him right now and do all kind of stuff with him. Will he take it? Is up to him. Netflix is coming with a super bag. After this special that he got coming up on Netflix, it's the most anticipated special since Chris Rock's Outrage, Selective Outrage. Selective Outrage was the most anticipated next to Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's special was high rating numbers. Chris Rock's Selective Outrage was like right next to it and then went above it as it was like Netflix's first time doing a live stream. And that seems like the route they want to go. Well, I had a friend that watched Lyft and he just said Kevin Hart needs to, stay in his lane. This ain't a good look after that interview. Now, I know the movie was already done, but the movie wasn't already good. But that chick is fine. I was like, so that's how the conversation went about Lyft. And he was talking about Google, of course. Now, that's how the conversation went. Uh, it just looks like he probably was miscast from the trailer. It just doesn't look like it's the kind of movie Kevin Hart could pull off. His appearance fee for Katt Williams will probably be astronomical after this. Where if you want Katt Williams to appear, he can charge you now. Club Shay Shay would definitely welcome him back, but I don't know if they're gonna pay him the appearance fee that he wants. Like you could say anything you want, because the next time he sits down on Club Shay Shay, oh, that's gonna be the most watched thing on the internet. You think this 52 million was something? Wait till the next time he sit down. Well, as people, we're focused on conspiracy theory. We love it. Conspiracy theory. Give me a plate. Conspiracy theory. Yep, Illuminati came with Katt Williams. I told you, baby. He told me. That's why he won the draft, baby. Give me another plate of that conspiracy. That was good. So when you get a full plate of conspiracy theory, people will line up around the corner. They will pay for it. There is black people walking around believing people are clones. I swear to you. And I'm like, you're not wrong, but you're wrong. Yes, there are some people that are clones, but you cannot make a full-grown clone. That technology does not exist. That science does not exist. There is no shortcutting the process that you can have a full-grown ta-da in 10 minutes. This ain't a microwave. What's up, T? He's like, check. I believe it. I bet I do not doubt you don't believe it. That I believe you believe it. People talking about Jamie Foxx is a clone. See, no, I'm sorry. Please, just don't talk. Monique said his eyes were completely black. Yes. That's why he had the glasses on. He said, not clone stunt doubles. No, they're not stunt double. Yeah, the stunt double that was there walking around, they said he was a clone. They finished the movie with a stunt double when they were talking about him. Said they started it with Gucci Man. That ain't Gucci Man. That's a clone. The man was in jail. What does he got to do? Read books, work out. He ain't got nothing to do. He can't go to the club and kick it. He can't get drunk and be on lean and syrup all day. He decided, man, I'm gonna get in shape. I'm gonna work out in here and hit this iron. Then he walk out with a 12 pack and some muscles. Everybody act like that's impossible. The man was in jail. That's what you do. That's what you should do. Yes, Katt Williams has built himself to an 8-figure evaluation, closing in that could bring him a 9-figure evaluation based off that one interview. He has the most anticipated Netflix special. And get this, folks. Katt Williams only has 2 specials that are still up on Netflix right now. And his 2 specials that are on Netflix, Great America and World War III, both are still, for 2 weeks in a row, the highest streaming. Now, The Dreamer came out and was doing great for Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle special, great numbers, in the top 10. But like I said, this is paid marketing. These Katt Williams specials are doing great in its position of, because they've been out for a while. Great American, World War III. The numbers started influxing. He did not beat Dave Chappelle. But Dave Chappelle has a big marketing, and this is a brand new special. These are 2 older specials. One that he did 2018, Great America, and the other one I think he did last year. Yep. And that's the one that both of those numbers have been going crazy for the past 2 weeks. People keep coming back to watch those specials. That was 100% real. That was about as real as you're going to get. You got the real Dave Chappelle on stage that night. You didn't get, I'm here to do my job, Dave Chappelle. This is Dave Chappelle on stage working through stuff. He there for Deion Cole's birthday. You know, so Dave out there, getting the mic, just talking amongst the people. It was Deion Cole's birthday. So that's why they there. Then this dude jumps in the conversation. D-Ray is, because D-Ray is that way. He's very opinionated and would love to get his point across and say what he feel and ride with the people that looked out for him. Oh yeah, he really put Jacksonville on the map. Katt Williams did. He really blew up Jacksonville in that special. And the reason why he blew up Jacksonville so much, and the reason why he touched down on it, and that was something Katt Williams has always done. when he does a special, he always connects with the people in a way that connects to the people. Meaning he's not going to talk about just something random. He's going to say something that is relative to what the people know in that city. The way he talked about Jacksonville, you'd have think he lived in Jacksonville. He did the first 15 minutes talking about Jacksonville. And he was talking about actual locations and actual stuff in there. People from Jacksonville was like, he's 100% right. Katt, right. Like Jacksonville loves that special, Great America. They will watch Great America all the time just to play it for people. It was clipped up. My boy lives in Jacksonville. So he sits there and they cut that scene up. They sent it everywhere. But Jacksonville is in such a state. I was like, man, when I'm in Florida, man, I'm going to drive up and come see you. No, don't do that. I'm like, man, it's that bad that they tell people don't come visit them. I'm like, damn, Jacksonville that bad? Yeah, don't come up here. I'll be like, you got it. thanks for the warning. Right. We were so then when the movie comes out, they clone Tyrone, which is a great movie, by the way. Um, when they made that film, they cloned Tyrone. It was perfect because we as black folks would believe anything. We would believe an alien spaceship just flew over, dropped off some white folks and took off. And we said, man, I know that was a spaceship. G. I'm like, dog, you are on pills and lean. You don't even know what those pills do. And you sitting here determined you saw something. I guaranteed you saw something. You probably seeing something right now, sparkling called stars, like you about to pass out. Because this is not stuff you're supposed to be taking and mixing together. That's why it's called a warning label. So warning label on the bottle. They don't just put it on there just to put it on there. It's a warning label. Absolutely. Oh, it's nothing new, good people. Nothing new. They've been running this act for years. This is the long game. This is how they get you distracted. This is how they come for everything you do. They keep you distracted with nonsense and foolery while they're changing laws on the other side. See, Katt Williams bring up the awareness because he pays attention to the world. Now, other people, this is why he's a better comedian, but it's all about your brand of comedy. Some people don't like the truth. They don't like the truth being told to them. So they hate Katt Williams just cause. I don't like him. He's just so filthy. He did a whole comedy stand-up with no profanity. And they still hate him. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why this is. Yeah, he thought that was a Patti LaBelle movie. Cuz thought that was a Patti LaBelle movie. Is this Patti LaBelle movie? I'm like, no, that's not Patti LaBelle. That's Ben Rams. Yes. Ben Rames is definitely in a different situation, but Steve hating on Bernie Mac. I did that video how many years ago? Right. I've done that video so many years ago, and that video did all these crazy numbers. And people still go back to refer to that video and say, man, you told us the truth years ago. I mean, other comics, nobody really says anything good about Steve Harvey. Now you have all these people come in and basically hijack your shine. Like Comedy Hype came in and hijacked my shine. You know, my video was so old, they used my video as reference, then went to go interview other people about it. See, take a look here. You see that? Look at them. They got 2.6 million talking about Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey beef explained. Right? They talked about this on Club Shay Shay. They did 1.4 million. But look at when they did it. When did I talk about it? 7 years ago. The truth behind Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey beef. 518K. Right? 7 years ago. I did the video. Nobody was talking about it. So, OBK, man, when he said that, man, I was on the floor. Nobody wants to see a big country dude who can't talk. OBK, man, I was on the floor. Well, that's what happens when you are in a situation that don't make sense. When you're like, man, this situation just not making any sense to me. That's normally why. You're unrelated and can't separate yourself when it's truth or fiction. Oh, they can't do it. How many times people have come after you and they start talking about one thing? Oh, well, let's talk about Kevin Hart. Let's talk about, is Kevin Hart funny or not? When you start creating narratives, like we were saying with the cloning, right? Now you start a narrative, Kevin Hart ain't funny. When the same people who are creating this narrative have seen and supported Kevin Hart movies. The same people that say that went to his specials and laughed. They went to see his shows. They saw the whole concert thing in the movies and was cracking up laughing. They were walking around going, he wasn't ready. They were doing all these things. These are the same people with a straight face will come back and be like, man, Kevin Hart ain't funny. You be like, hey, I saw you. You was laughing your ass off. Now they go to his shows, paying the money, wanting to hate, just to say, yeah, I went to the show just so I wouldn't laugh. Like, where do they do this at? Where do they do this at? That's our problem. His wife wasn't writing his material. She was the material. You feel me? See, a lot of Kevin Hart jokes are personal. So his form and brand of comedy is more of a personal relationship with the audience. He say things that are relative. And because he's short, the physical comedy, the complex, the little man complex, he plays off that. And mostly it's about his family. And normally early on, it was about his relationship with his wife or his ex-wife. Well, you gotta look and try to expand in your own mind. Where would you put situations? Where do they need to be? Where do they need to basically flourish? Right? Because if you look at it the way y'all talking, he ain't never did nothing wrong in society. Right? So now you paint this narrative. Oh, the narrative is Kevin Hart isn't funny. Kevin Hart is funny. Both people can be great. Newsflash. We don't have to choose just one. That has been the biggest lie that they've turned on you to get you to turn on your brother, man. Turn on this guy. You seen it happen here on YouTube. Everybody can eat, but that ain't how they feel. They got to worry about people that they feel and tell everybody that they better than. He said, I seen something saying Kevin Hart movie was #1 in the country right now. That's called marketing promotion. As I'm trying to tell you right now, they're extrally over promoting this film to people. Netflix is trying to get people more and more to say, hey, check this out. I'm telling you, people have not been watching it. The first week, yeah, when it first came out, people said, well, let me check this out. I need to see what's going on here. What am I missing? Then it goes from that to, okay, I saw what I'm missing, don't like it. And everybody is programmed now to say, I don't like something more than I like something. It just is what it is. If the whole world and the masses are saying, oh, this is what we need to do or don't need to do, guess what? It's what it is. We've never been the type of people that could really break away from the mold and make up our own minds and have an individual thought. Those people are very rare, like myself. I know it because I see it every day and I'm just baffled. Like yesterday, I told you I had this conversation with somebody about Patrick Mahomes. He's claiming that he's black right away. I was telling y'all this yesterday. Patrick Mahomes is black. And I'm like, he's biracial, he's mixed. No, he ain't. He black. If you got a little bit of black, if I date a white woman and I get her pregnant and she have a baby, that baby black. I said, nope, that baby is mixed. We the dominant gene. Everybody know that. We the most dominant gene. So the black, once black hit it, it's already there. It's the dominant gene, no matter what. I said, that's something somebody told you that makes no sense. There's no physiological anything into that. No, buddy, you're mixed. So I gotta have a common sense conversation that should have went 10 minutes, turn into a 2-hour explanation. Then he brings up, I need to read this book called Cast. I said, I read Cast, and I just saw the movie. So once again, these analogies don't make sense because once you go into these different realms of trying to get people to conform to your way of living, what you're doing is setting yourself up for disaster. Nah, he's black. See? You know who fed you those lies? White people. Racist white people have sold you that lie many years ago. Hundreds and hundreds of years ago. They told you that if there's a drop of black blood in something, it's black. Meaning that, well, in what situation can it be white? Oh, it has to be all white. It has to be pure. So if you have any drop of anything else in you, you're not white, which makes them special. And you took it as a badge of honor. Now you see how stupid that sounds? So they have no, you can't be white. You got any drop of anything else in you. You can be mixed with their blood, but if you got a drop of anything in there, you're unpure. You see? You see how they fool you? And get you sucked into a realm of stupidity? Have you ever heard Patrick Mahomes say he's black? Oh no, he's biracial. Same with Sage Steele, right? Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, how is that the case? Where did Sage Steele come in at and get all of this done? If you're half of something, right, or you have something in there, you're part black, you're part white, you're mixed. Talking about, what about Barack Obama? He ain't black, he's mixed, he's biracial. I didn't make this up that hate on Obama or anything else, but Obama was never known as black. He was known as the mixed candidate. Then next thing you know, once he wins, my president is black, my Lambo's blue. People, watch what's going on. It's simple common sense. They blind you with lies. And you repeat it as facts. But it's common sense that these things are lies. Now, Smith Stream TV said Katt Williams' numbers is high off of clout because neither of those specials are funny. Now, and here's something that somebody always say too. Another thing that has been implanted, Obama didn't do anything for black people. That's a lie. He did a lot for the black woman. And he did a lot for the homosexual community, the LGBTQ, because they what? Helped got him elected. And they're what? Organized. But yes, he did try to do something. But you know what you didn't do? You didn't go out and support it. You voted him in 2008. You went out and voted him in the office. Then when he said, go out and get these other guys voted in, once you put him in office, you ain't go out and vote no more. You was, yeah, we did it, boy. Yeah, they got this other election going on, and we don't even care about that. We got Obama, boy. Yeah. And what happened? You let them take the House and Congress because you didn't go out and vote for them. You didn't give a damn. Obama was telling y'all, look, we need this done. This is important. If you want to see stuff done, y'all ain't give a damn. We got Obama in. That's all we need. Now the president's sitting in there with two houses against him, and he got to sign laws and bills that he don't even want to sign. It's all documented. You blew it. You had an opportunity to get stuff done, not organized. That's why it doesn't get done. So you got no one to blame but yourselves. Black women got stuff. Black women got free college. If you got a baby, you can go to college for free. Where do they do that at? Chicks getting knocked up dropping babies just to get a free education. That's why you got all these chicks out here. I'm nursing. I'm going to school for nursing. If you know anything about what you try to get past, what happens is that it takes 2 to 3, 4 years to get done. Now, the first thing that they tackle is a hard one. And everybody has their whole list of what you want to do when you come into the office, what you're going to tackle. So before you make your speech, you go out and say, what's the first thing you're going to do when you get in the office? And what is the first, what is normally jobs, education. So the first two things that people want to attack once they get in there, right? Jobs and education. So jobs, education is one people don't start off with first because it's a long process. You have unions, you have teachers, you have the board. That's a whole big fight. That takes time. That takes years. So you hope before you get out of office, all of that is on the right course and you got it set and everybody's going. At least buy you some time and buy you some years. Now you have major people that's in the way of your progress. They mad that you come in and you're changing the rules and you're doing stuff different. When Obama took over, you guys realized the country was in the worst state it has ever been in its history. Gas is where it was now, $4 or $5 a gallon. The housing market just collapsed. The government had shut down. We had a government shutdown. Bush and them administration ran this country into the ground and then said, here are the keys. So if somebody took a car that was a nice big Porsche and just drove it into everything, smacked it all up, and be like, it still starts. Here's the keys. The recession was big time. Banks were closing. Housing markets folding. People losing homes everywhere. All the jobs are disappearing. And then you're saying, well, we can give it to a black guy now. We don't even want this president thing no more. Don't mean nothing. Done. So he's got to fix all of that before he can try to get to anything. Nobody remembers this. Strange. So I can't blame a man who has to, one, protect the fact that any little thing I do is being watched and they're trying to see if I spend. Michelle Obama was so scared to spend any type of fun. She would spend her own money to take the kids on vacation when she don't have to do that. She don't have to spend her money. You think Trump gonna spend his money to take his kids somewhere? Oh, no. That's not gonna happen. That's gonna be paid for by the taxpayers. But let Michelle Obama do it. She went to Paris, and as soon as she did and took the kids there, they wrote a nasty article. She's spending up the public's money to take her kids on a trip to Paris. She's like, this is why I did it. She's like, for your information, I spent my own money, personal money, and took my children to Paris. Because they expected something like that. When you black, you can't make no mistakes. Zero margin for error. Can't do it. I done heard all kind of goofiness. She's a man. I'm like, Michelle Obama's not a man. Never was. Whether she had kids or not, I never even thought to explore that. Because it don't even matter. Obama wasn't born here. He was born in Hawaii. Unless they say Hawaii is not one of the 50 states, then you would have a point. No. No, I don't. I'm just a truth teller. I know it's probably really unusual for you to hear someone state the truth. I don't have an allegiance to any of this. I just tell you the truth. A lot of people love to be victims because that's what they want to be, victims. They don't believe in getting out doing something on their own. They believe laying on their back, waiting on somebody who has oppressed you to be generous. I just don't have that mentality. My mentality is, okay, yeah, you wronged me, but I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. I got to get up and earn. I got to go to work. That's what I got to do. I can't sit back and make excuses all the time. I mean, the world is a place that's tired. They have no more use for a useless man. It's just we have enough of those. Disinformation, people in assimilation. They don't get it. Yes, Martin Luther King, youngest son, died today at 62. The one that looked exactly like him. Yes, so definitely for him, absolutely. Rest in peace to the King family and those who represent him. Most people don't see eye to eye when it comes to different agreements and beliefs. We believe we believe foolery. That's why the most of the people that we know follow people like TD Jakes. Y'all the type of people that'll be at Diddy's church. Not Diddy, but Kanye church. I'm sorry. Yeah, Kanye's church. You can imagine Diddy church. Diddy be gang. Come on, yeah, let's dance. Come on. We gotta get worked up for the Lord. Brother love. And we gonna all make love before we get up out of here. Yeah, that's right, Daddy. Yeah, Playboy. Yeah, can't run for that dough. Yeah, let's go. Come on. Yeah. Kanye West was gonna be uh, his own enigma. That's just how he wanted to be represented. Kanye West didn't want it any other way. Now, when you start seeing everything, when you see everything form, you see Ye the way it is now, you know why he's all screwed up. When you let us spoil, Kanye was always spoiled. Daddy was only around to buy him clothes and take him shopping every now and then. Daddy issues. Once you got daddy issues like that, it creates this. Right. Stop and think about it, right? If you look at the numbers, is the most funny people in the world funny because of people tell us they funny? Is that it? They got to tell us somebody's funny in order for us to believe, hey, they funny. How many times you seen these dudes out here? When you seen them in movies, you seen them in everything, and they keep screwing up. You like, man, these dudes are just not funny, and they got movies, they got everything. There's a lot of comedians I don't think is funny, and I'm like, this dude in another movie? Like the dude who made the Cosby joke, and they went and labeled him as the guy. They was like, this the Cosby guy. They put him in a couple of movies. He got a whole nother special, but he just didn't blow up. His style of comedy just wasn't considered funny. He was in both Spider-Man movies, got a cameo to be in a Marvel movie for talking about Bill Cosby. Just when you didn't think it was possible. No, I never focused on it. Oh, they didn't want nothing to do. They wanted nothing to do with the entire circle of friends or people you're associated with. None of the facts. None of that stuff mattered to them. That's because people put themselves in a position where they never focus enough on the main problem. And because they don't do that, Jim Carrey was funny, period. That's just what it is. If people are funny, they just funny. When does it become a detraction for anybody? When does it become such a problem When does it become such a problem for people to not give other people their proper due or their proper etiquette? You've always known Kanye to be crazy. When have you known Kanye to be sane? Like he said, you want somebody who walked by the beat of their own drum to all of a sudden do something they don't do. What do you think walk by the beat of his own drum mean? Like, seriously, what do you think that statement even means? He walked by the beat of his own drum. Okay, so when he walks by the beat of his own drum, why are you, man, Kanye is doing this now? Why he ain't doing that? It's just dumb. No, it's called walking by the beat of his own drum. He's been doing that for as long as anybody can remember. Comedy is comedy. When everybody talk about black comics, there's always a comedian that relates to you because he knows your situation. So normally it's someone that looks like you. Like George Lopez, he's going to tell a lot of jokes that's related to Mexican Americans or Mexicans, period. Because he's Mexican and his people that he know a lot, he grew up around a bunch of Mexicans. So it's relative. But he's going to mix that in with comedy and jokes everybody can relate to. That's part of being a comedian. It's part of doing the job. knowing what its details, knowing what it's about, and actually performing. So when you make it based off just race, you have bad comics who are really not just bad, they just never really honed in on their skills to perfect it, to make it what it should be. And they just do like what people do, the bare minimum. And they've turned themselves into hacks. And you get people like all these guys that they've listed in front of you today. These guys that take shortcuts. You know, a shortcut, I'll tell you a person that's a shortcut situation, right? Now, when you start talking about shortcut situations, you look at comedians that only do white people do this, black people do that. You know, white people he do this, white people walk like this, black people we walk like this. Those are hacks. When you see that, that's like a hack comedian. You know, you're curtailing your jokes for your audience that's in front of you and saying that we gonna like it just because it's cool. You know, you taking a short route and there's no real comedy in it. It's just saying we cool, they not. And that'll get you a couple of laughs everywhere, but that's not gonna play everywhere else. You have to be smart with the jokes. So if you just do that type of comedy, normally those guys phase out. You've seen a lot of them on Def Comedy Jam. I'm just saying. Everybody has their own unique style of comedy. Seinfeld's comedy was more like direct, common sense, makes you think a little bit like, huh. If crazy glue sticks to everything, why doesn't it stick to the inside of the bottle? Why does it come out of the bottle? Shouldn't it stick to the bottle? Should never come out. I want to know what the bottle's made of. So it's obvious crazy glue doesn't stick to everything. That's like Seinfeld style of comedy. It's the things that make you go, kind of. If synonym is a word that explains the meaning of all other words, then what's another word for synonym? Oh, 100% across the board. the nature of people in general. To do this thing and to do it as big as Kevin Hart has done it with them plastic cup boys, who is definitely not funny. You need all four of them in the room to come up with one joke. That's how bad the paper cup boys is. Oh, I'm like, who came up with this name? The paper cup boys. They got to come up with a paper cup. Mine's blue this time. Are we supposed to have red? Like, who come up with this crew? Now these guys are unfunny to me. In my opinion, I've watched them do the sets right before Kevin Hart come on, and I'll be like, Jesus Christ, please get these guys off the stage. They only funny to Kevin Hart. Jesus Christ. No, the NBA promoted Kevin Hart. He brought his paper cup boys. Oh, yeah. No. And that's a good thing you brought that up. God, you did. No. And I'm going to tell you why. Most people don't get it, but I do. The Fresh Prince is goated. Goated or quoted? Well, no. Sinbad, one of the funniest comedians there was. Right? They tried him out in Hollywood movies, and then when he said he was not going to do a certain movie, Sinbad was ostracized. They kept using him as the joke in films, making him the kid. He was the sidekick, being pushed around. They always put him in a docile situation, right? Somebody else's kids is somebody else's kid. Right, Eddie Griffin. The people that control the distribution said no. No Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin was like, damn. You know why they said no to Eddie Griffin? Because Eddie Griffin wanted to write and produce his own film. They had a Jewish man write a script and wanted the character to be played by Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin said, I want to make my character actually pop and make it funny. And I want to co-write with this guy so we can get that in. They didn't want to give Eddie Griffin writing credits into the film. Even though he's writing on the thing and he wasn't going for it in an Eddie Griffin fashion, he blows it up. F this. Then what happened with Eddie? Eddie had a string of arrests. Said the police was harassing him. He had a woman lying on him, baby mama problem. The same things that took Katt Williams happened to Eddie Griffin. And then they made an undercover brother 2 and screwed it all up. How are you going to do that without Eddie Griffin? That movie made like $5. Kel was somebody, like, I knew him as the rapper. He was funny around the house, but he mostly hung out with my cousin. So they have many more stories than I would ever have with him. I only met him through my cousin. And he had already been on Nickelodeon comedy side. And then only when I seen him on TV did I really see him do comedy, but he was always silly, goofy, doing the break dance, all that stuff. Then all of a sudden, he comes home. And when he comes home, Kel is like the person you saw on television was the same person you saw at home. He was always loosey-goosey, he was on. But as he got older and went into adulthood and went into a marriage, all that stuff started weighing on you. You got real life, you got bills, you got kids, you got responsibility, you got a wife who ain't never satisfied, you got all these things going on. Tara Cullen, man, I haven't seen that name in a long time. Oh, we still live. Making movies, doing his scenes, but again, was ostracized, was knocked out of his position. Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins was basically a rehashment called the Johnson Family Reunion. The Johnson Family Reunion was basically the same movie. Roscoe Jenkins was actually the better movie. But both of them had Cedric the Entertainer in it. But we seem to get a kick out of these things. Well, if you look at the situation, Kevin Hart movie is flopping because these people are not, they are a prisoner of the moment. If I tell you somebody movie is doing well because they're doing well, or where do they do this at? Like they say, man, where do we do this at, people? Where do we start attacking people? When do we start going after people of our own? Why don't we go after those who are really against us? Why don't we call out that studio that won't produce our film? They are not wanting to distribute anything to us. Why aren't we doing that? Why are we always going after the easy prey? And that easy prey is us. We the easy prey. It's easy to go against us. That's easy to do. Why haven't we changed? Well, you want to talk about a scenario that doesn't fit the equation? That would be one of them, would it? Kevin Hart is 3 feet tall. Then what? How tall is Katt Williams? Both guys are about 5'5". Cedric the Entertainer is what you would call around the house funny. When you're around the house funny, when you're around other people and situations, you're able to make jokes. It's like what people say about me, and I agree. I am around the house funny. I'm not like can do a whole stand up and be a comedian, but if you put me in a situation, I can definitely if you put me in a situation, I can definitely without a fraction of a doubt come up with the right joke for the situation. Just naturally, just being in the environment and just on the spot. Those people are called like around the house funny. Some of those people can be comedians as well when they hone their skills and said, this is what I want to do. But let me tell you about the life of a comedian. It is a broke life. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you about the life of a comedian. It is a broke life. Not everybody makes it. Other people doing it, they like, why? You're insane. You left a paying job for a job that pays you $25 a night. What is the point? You said a light skinned cat. Did you know a car named, I guess he's saying a cat named Yari? He'd be at Coops a lot. I don't know. Cause like I ain't really been around the scene and rap. It depends on how long ago this was. I knew Jariel, but I didn't know his rap name. No, people don't really understand what these things mean until it's too late. The Rick James series, oh man, you should hear the Patreon version to the Rick James story. Y'all ain't heard that one? Oh man, y'all got to get on the Casino for Life Patreon, man. Y'all are so behind. Did y'all know there is a Charlie Murphy series that we have only on the Patreon right now? See, my Patreon members know. They know what's up. Spanky Hayes is a hater. So none of that surprises me when you talk about Spanky. Spanky is one of those guys that's cool as long as you giving him something. When he ain't getting something no more, then all of a sudden y'all ain't cool no more. You see what I'm saying? You see how that work with those type of people? They always expect something. Hand always out. This man said Kevin Hart he had a Nike deal and gave me a whole bunch of Nikes. He said, man, me and you the same size, man. Why don't you come over here? Gave him a whole bunch of Nike shoes. But now Kevin Hart is the bad man. You see what I'm saying? Now Kev's the bad guy. How he the bad guy? Anybody gave you some free shoes, free anything, and they ain't never did nothing to you. Now all of a sudden, they the bad guy for you. That's the problem I have. People who are delusional and get caught in these situations. You know what I'm saying? But shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life. Kwame called today and talked to me for an hour straight. I was in the middle of the game. I was like, man. Oh, we talked about what happened to Nipsey about what, 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago. We told y'all the truth, what happened, all the stuff. We even got the PDF file to back it all up. And then you can fill in the blanks because it's all there. And it's more to it than you've ever known. And you're going to be scratching your head saying, what? And when you see it, then you'll understand it. That's on the Casino for Life Patreon. Yeah, that wasn't a good look. That wasn't a good look for Shaq. But see, here's the thing. Well, nobody blames Shaq. You ever notice that? Nobody blames Shaq. They all went at Kevin Hart like he was the only one there pumping himself.
Because he can.
But I'm thinking about you right now, bro.
Here's two things.
Not like that.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You're too nasty. Okay?
Nah,
No. You need to figure it out. I don't know where the math or geography is off for you guys, but it's common sense. What do you think if you are partaking in the 69 position that your height comes into play? You're dealing with a half space of your body. Your legs have nothing to do with the 69, you fucking jackass.
On some real shit, though. Yeah. Like, there's some advantages to height. Shaq was on the show, and Chan asked him a question about.
If you tell me he asked Shaq about his dick, I'm walking.
No.
Okay.
It was about 69.
All right.
Like, can your big ass 69?
Because he can't.
But I'm thinking about you right now, bro.
Here's two things.
Not like that.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You're too nasty. Okay? No. You need to figure it out. I don't know where the math or geography is off for you guys, but it's common sense. What do you think if you are partaking in the 69 position that your height comes into play? You're dealing with a half space of your body. Your legs have nothing to do with the 69, you fucking jackass.
Now, of course he's right. But why are they even asking him that question? That is the dumbest question I probably have heard in a long time. So I had to bring that up because the question was so dumb. He's like they talking because he wore that dress for fame. He was already doing movies. Lift was funny, suspenseful, and action packed. Don't sleep on it. I'm gonna watch it. Face Factor. We're not in here telling people not to watch the movie. I'm just telling people what's going on. And the reason that this stuff is happening is based off of, I think the movie would have performed a lot better if it wasn't for the Katt Williams interview. Just after that interview, and it did 52 million plus and counting, millions and millions of people got to hear Kevin Hart put in that situation. Then there's a rumor saying that, oh, Kevin Hart is going to sue. I'm like, he's finna sue Katt Williams. And I'm like, well, I don't know what he could sue him for. Oh, I'm gonna watch it. He said he went on that show, but he don't want to go on Club Shay Shay. That's the thing though. He could go on Club Shay Shay. He just don't really have a rapport with him, but he could go on Club Shay Shay. It shouldn't even be a problem. Oh, absolutely. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life. Don't forget to go to the Patreon. I can't wait to see y'all over there. Seen a lot of y'all join the community at the seeing all the activity we was putting out. We appreciate that. What's the most popping thing we got over there right now? Right now we got Master P got Snoop away from Suge, and he never looked back. So we explained to you the whole situation, what went down. So yes, we can write articles as well. And me exposing Hollywood's secrets, and I continued to do it and brought in new things that you didn't hear in the first video. That's on that video. And of course, Katt Williams and P. Diddy beef and what he was talking about with Diddy and Diddy's response to him. And that's only on the Patreon. That video is hot. If you want to know about Nipsey Hussle, just type in Nipsey Hussle in the search, and it'll pop up, and you'll see the truth of what happened to him. So, and you have a free PDF file that's not spam, but it's large. So use your PC to download it. Oh, that was a video that's crazy. Okay, that one you already have seen. Then I'm getting interviewed live, getting interviewed by my drunk friend. Let's see some of that if we can.
He was the worst skill out of all of the group.
No, he didn't. We didn't
Name me somebody on the Pistol team who was better than
offered more players.
Who was he better than? You're the Pistol fan, so who was he better than?
Yeah.
Was he better than Sam? No, don't stutter. I said don't stutter.
Yes.
When a Cowboy fan comes in, losses in, and masks his pain of the loss. Oh yeah, he was passionately blasted. Go on to Patreon and check that out. That's gonna make you crack up. So anyway, man, we gonna shut it down. See y'all on the Patreon, man. And you don't want to miss what's coming next. The truth on the Illuminati. Oh. Woo! January been powerful, man. We've been dropping bombs. Y'all need to get over there. So, shouts out to KB. Welcome to HDII TV, Ticket TV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez, Armando Black TV, holding it down still. And I'm out.